Your metabolism is not the reason you're not growing. You've been told you're a fast metabolizer, that you burn through calories before they can do anything. That's not entirely false, but it's not why you're not growing. The real reason is much simpler and much more embarrassing. You've been doing math that was never built for your body. Here's the cycle. You look up how many calories to bulk. You get a number, maybe 2,800, maybe 3,000, and you eat that number religiously. 3 weeks pass. The scale hasn't moved. So you assume the generic advice was right, and you're just built different. Cursed metabolism? Again, but that calculator wasn't lying to you. It just wasn't talking to you. It was built from average data, average height, average activity level, average starting weight. You were never average. You're the outlier it didn't account for. Here's what those calculators miss. Total daily energy expenditure isn't just your body weight times an activity multiplier. For naturally lean guys with a higher resting metabolic rate, that formula consistently undershoots sometimes by 400, 500, 600 calories a day. That gap doesn't sound like much until you realize it's the entire difference between gaining and staying exactly the same. So instead of guessing a number, you reverse engineer it. Track your actual intake and your actual body weight for 14 days. No changes, just data. If the scale hasn't moved by at least 1/4 to 0.5% of your body weight per week, that number, whatever it was your maintenance, not your surplus. From there, you add, not subtract. Add 300 calories. Hold for 2 weeks. Check the trend again. If it's still flat, add another 200. You're not following a number from the internet. You're building the number that's true for your body, one data point at a time. And the calories you add matter as much as the amount. For hardgainers specifically, liquid calories, milk, oats blended into shakes, calorie-dense smoothies solve the real bottleneck, which usually isn't appetite for food in general. It's stomach capacity and how full solid food makes you feel before you've hit the number you need. One more thing the generic advice gets wrong: protein gets treated as an afterthought, when for your structure it should be the anchor. Aim for roughly 1 gram per pound of body weight before you worry about anything else on the plate. Carbs and fats fill the rest of the gap. They're not the enemy, and you don't need to overthink the ratio between them as long as that protein number is locked in first. So here's the actual protocol. 1. Stop copying a number from a calculator. Track for 2 weeks and find your real maintenance first. 2. When you add calories, add slowly and add liquid first if solid food feels you up too fast to hit your target. 3. Judge progress by the trend across 2 to 3 weeks, never by a single morning on the scale. Body weight moves daily for a dozen reasons that have nothing to do with muscle. This isn't more complicated than the generic advice. It's just finally calibrated to you instead of to an average that never existed for your body type. You were never cursed with a fast metabolism that can't be beaten. You were using someone else's number and calling it your diagnosis. Genetics wasn't it. Metabolism wasn't it. What's left is just execution, and execution is something you can actually control. If this is starting to feel less like bad luck and more like a solvable problem, subscribe every week. We break down one more piece of the science nobody explains to naturally lean lifters. Built from nothing means exactly this. No excuses left standing. Let's get to work.